Hello, welcome all for today's session. I hope everyone can hear my voice and it's audible. Please let me know if you are not able to hear us. Okay, I hope everyone can hear me. So you can just let me know or type in a chat box if you're having any issues in hearing us. Okay, so let's start the session. So let me hand over the stage to Mr. Dinesh. Mr. Dinesh, you can start the session. Okay.
Thank you, Naushad. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Driving Design Decisions Using SolidWorks Simulation. My name is Dinesh Kumar Lakshmanan. I work for Atmata, handling technical supports and training for SolidWorks products. Now, let's get started. Before going into the session, I would like to hear from you. Kindly answer to this poll.
So kindly please participate on this polls. Let me launch the polls here. Okay. So I hope you can see the polling questions. So what is your level of interest in SolidWorks simulation? So kindly participate on this poll. Okay, I can see the progress. Okay, let us take another 5 seconds. Okay, I can see the responses. Okay, another 5 seconds I can give you. Kindly participate to make this session more interactive. Okay, so let me close this poll and show you the results. So here you can see 50% I already own some simulation. So already you are having the simulation products or you're doing the simulation, and 25% on both sides, like beginning and as well as on general interest. So that's good to hear from you. So it's a good thing that, and it's a good sign that you're having an interest on the simulation products, as well as you're already having some simulation and how you're going to do it. So what I will do is I will move to the next poll. Okay. So this is the second poll. I hope you can see this. So please participate in this also, as it will be very important for us for this session. I will launch the poll again. Okay. So do you think doing simulation is a prime part in product design? So it's like an important step, or do you think like we can do in some other way? So please please participate in this. Okay, I can see the responses. Okay, okay. I hope everyone has done it. So let's take another 5 seconds. Okay, okay. Let me close the poll and share you the results. Okay. So it's a collective response. Let me close the poll and share it with you now. So the results are 90% are saying yes, we need to do the simulation in a product design. It's an important step, right? So Mr. Dinesh, you have the results here now. 90% of the people are saying yes, we need do simulation, or it's an important step in product designing, right? So let me hand over to Dinesh to take over this one again. Okay, so let me hide the pause.
Okay, it is very good to hear from you. Like now the audience is like 50% of the audience already they are having simulation. So 50% they are showing some interest towards this simulation. This webinar is all about, so we can learn the basics as well as already if you are having simulation, then you will know how you can analyze various design trends. In SolidWorks, we are having an option how you can do analysis. Okay, now the main agenda for today's webinar is introduction about SolidWorks simulation, how to do linear static analysis using SolidWorks simulation, how to analyze various design trends using design study. Finally, summarize and QA session. Okay, why do we require engineering analysis? So in that poll, I can see 10% of the audience, you are telling that we don't require engineering analysis, correct? So 90% of the audience, so they are saying that, yeah, it is very, very important. Okay, fine. Now, why do we require engineering analysis? Once we created our 3D CAD model, directly we can go with manufacturing the component, correct? So why do we require? So it is very, very important. Engineering analysis is very, very important. Why? Because before manufacturing the component, we need to know how our component will work in real world conditions. Based on the application where it is going to be used, the product must meet certain requirements. Say for example, the product, there is a criteria like the product should match the factor of safety 3 means. So we need to know before manufacturing the component, we need to know whether our product fulfill that criteria. The factor of safety, minimum factor of safety is 3. Likewise, we may need to calculate the displacement at certain points of our product. So in some cases, we may need to find out stress distribution in our component. So based on the application, for some product, we need to find out the natural frequencies so that we can avoid the resonance condition. For long slender structure, we need to find out the critical buckling load so that we can avoid buckling of the structure. Some cases, we may need to find out the pressure and velocity distribution. So for finding out the life of the product, we need to do fatigue analysis. Okay, now how we can do this engineering analysis? So there are various methods are available. First one, analytical method or theoretical method. This is a classical method which gives us 100% accurate results. But the limitation is we can use this method only for simple problem, like for finding out the beam calculations, cantilever and simply supported beam. For complex problem, we could not use this method, analytical method. The second one is experimental method, creating prototypes and doing all the testing with the prototypes. With this method, we could not plainly go with the single prototype. At least minimum we need to do 3 to 5 prototypes. This method is time consuming as well as more expensive. Then the final one is like numerical method or approximate method. Mostly widely this method, people they are using this method. SolidWorks simulation is one of the approximate method, or we can say finite element analysis method, though it follows approximation, but the results are acceptable. Now let's have a look on SolidWorks simulation portfolio. For doing structural analysis, it has simulation standard, simulation professional, and simulation premium. With simulation standard, you can do linear static, time-based motion, and high cycle fatigue simulation. With simulation professional, you can optimize your design, you can determine product durability, topology, natural frequencies, and can test heat transfer and buckling instabilities. You can also perform sequential multiphysics simulation by utilizing event-based motion. With simulation premium, you can efficiently evaluate your designs for non-linear and dynamic response. It includes 3 advanced studies: non-linear static, non-linear dynamic, and linear dynamics. Flow simulation. It is an intuitive CFD solution which helps to simulate liquid and gas flows. It has 3 different modules: flow, electronic cooling, and HVAC. Electronic cooling is dedicated module for accurate thermal analysis of electronic PCB and enclosure designs. HVAC. It is dedicated module for heating, cooling, and ventilation tools for simulating HVAC systems, and you can also find out the radiation phenomena. Plastics. SolidWorks Plastics. It helps to predict and avoid manufacturing defects in plastic part and injection mold designs. It has plastic standard, plastic professional, and plastics premium. With plastic standard, you can ensure parts are manufacturable during the design process. With plastics professional, we can quickly analyze single and multi-cavity and family mold layouts, including sprue, runners, and gates. With plastics premium, you can analyze mold cooling line layout and part warpage. This webinar, we are going to cover about the stress analysis, which is included in simulation standard. Let's have a look on SolidWorks simulation standard capabilities. With the SolidWorks simulation standard, you can do structural stress analysis, rigid body motion analysis, and lifetime check fatigue analysis. So you can find out the maximum stress in our component. We can find out the deformation for the applied load, how the product is getting deformed, and the factor of safety, whether it meets the criteria or not, and the context in our assembly, how it will behave when we are applying any load, and the lifetime check of our product fatigue. Then we can do rigid body motion analysis. So if you are having motor power and cylindrical force, then you can find out the force. So finally, you can combine motion along with this animation. Here you can see the motion of the wire along with the animation. Once you solve the analysis, you can explore the results. So you can examine the results. So how my product or how my component is going to be, for the applied load. Okay, let's start with the theoretical part, stress strain curve. If you apply force on both sides of this metallic bar, you will get a curve called stress strain curve. In stress strain curve, we will have 3 points: yield strength, 3 points or 3 area, we can say: yield strength, ultimate tensile strength, and failure strength. This static analysis or linear stress analysis is all about the area which is below to this yield strength. Above to this area, we need to do non-linear simulation. Linear static stress. Say for example, so we solve one analysis. So here we are getting a result. The maximum stress is around 80. So which is below to our yield strength. So this result is acceptable. As I told you, static analysis is all about the area which is below to the yield strength. Say for example, another study. In this study, you can see the maximum result which exceeds yield strength. So SolidWorks simulation, what it will do, it will follow the linear pattern. But in real time, it is not. After yield strength, the product will deflect and deform. So we could not trust the results. So in this case, what we need to do, we need to do non-linear simulation. Rules for linear static simulation, or we can say assumption. Material is linear. We need to keep our results under yield strength. Deformations are relatively small. If you are having more deformation, more deflection in your model, then you need to do non-linear simulation. Then finally, geometry and loads are not changing. There is no changing load in our component. So these are all the assumptions for doing static simulation. How to use SolidWorks simulation? It involves in 4 steps. Once you create your CAD model, First, we need to apply material. By applying material, all the mechanical properties of our model will get applied to our CAD model. Then we need to apply constraints. So we need to apply restraint to our model. Then we need to apply load. Based on the application, you can apply force, pressure, or centrifugal load. You need to apply this load. Then we need to convert the mathematical model into finite element model by utilizing mesh. Finally, we need to solve or we need to run the analysis. So these are all the basic steps involved in SolidWorks simulation. So we will have our model, then we need to convert this mathematical model into finite element model by doing meshing, then we need to solve. So if you look at the mesh, it has elements that is connected between nodes. In SolidWorks simulation, there are different types of elements are available: beam element, shell element, solid element. So if you are having a weldment structure, so you need to use beam element. If you are having any thin walled structure or sheet metal components, then you need to use shell element. If you are having 3D model, then you need to use solid elements. So in these elements, we are having two different element quality: high quality versus draft quality. Draft quality elements and high quality elements. In high quality elements, you will have inner nodes. Draft quality elements, it follows linear variation. High quality element, it follows quadratic variation. Mesh. SolidWorks simulation, it follows automatic meshing. Though it follows automatic meshing, still we are having some control over to our model. So we can apply mesh control to our model, and also we can apply fine mesh to our model. So here you can see some example. In the picture you can see the first one. So we applied the draft quality mesh. The second picture you can see. So we applied mesh control to the filleted face of our component. The final one, we apply mesh control as well as we applied fine mesh of the component. Okay, now let's have a look on case study: linear static analysis of suspension assembly. So the main objective of the analysis, we need to analyze this suspension assembly of a vehicle when it is subjected to different loading condition. When the vehicle is at stationary condition, when the vehicle moving at constant acceleration on a smooth road, when the vehicle moving on a bumpy road. Finally, when the vehicle moving at constant speed on a smooth road and suddenly it turns on a banked road. So these are all the different load condition we need to analyze. So we assume the load condition for this different condition. We assume the load, how much the vertical load as well as the lateral load would be. So based on this, we need to do the analysis. Now let's have a look on SolidWorks. So this is our CAD model. So we completed the CAD model. So in the assembly, you can notice some components are missing. Say for example, here you can see pin as well as here the spring component that is missing. So we created the CAD model. Here you can see we created the CAD model. So now pin component is missing. Likewise, so it is very important before bringing any CAD model into analysis. So we need to simplify the model. That is very, very important. Some cases there are certain area that is not required for analysis. So what we can do? So we can suppress those areas. Why? Because as I told, SolidWorks simulation, it follows finite element analysis approach. So it will split up our CAD model into small elements. So based on that, we will get our results. So if the area, if any area that is not required for simulation, we need to suppress those areas. So in this case, we need these components, pin component as well as the spring components we need. But in SolidWorks simulation, we are having the connector option. So by utilizing connector, we can apply the properties, mechanical properties of the connectors, but not the physical model. So which helps to solve our analysis so very fast. Okay. SolidWorks simulation is fully integrated with SolidWorks CAD. a single window, we can access both CAD as well as simulation. So here you can see now. So directly we can create a new study in the same window. So now we are going to create a new static study. So as I told, simulation, it involves 4 steps. First, we need to apply material. So we can apply material one by one, say or else if you are having the same material for all the components, so we can apply material to all. So in our case, alloy steel. Sorry. So by selecting the material, all the mechanical properties, like say for example, elastic modulus, Poisson's ratio, density, and the yield strength, all the mechanical properties will get applied to our CAD model. Now we need to constrain. We need to constrain our model. So this suspension assembly, in real time we will have the hinge. Okay, it connect to the another component using hinge. Okay, hinge support. So I am going to apply that fixture. So here you can see fixed hinge. So this area. So all this area. Okay. So we need to apply constraint. Now I applied constraint. Once I applied constraint, as I told, so I can utilize connector in simulation. Here you can see different types of connectors are available in SolidWorks simulation: spring, pin connector, bolt connector, bearing. So in your assembly, if you need to use, say for example, bearing means you can utilize directly this connector. Physical model, that is not required for an analysis. Okay. And also you can predefine your study. Say for example, I already created this connector in my previous study. So directly I can copy and paste. Directly I can copy that connector and directly I can paste. Instead of creating it as a new, I can copy and paste. So here you can see the pin and spring connectors are getting added. So I applied the constraint now and also the connector. Now I need to apply force. I need to apply load. So by selecting the load, so in this area I will have the load. So you can also select the direction, in which direction you will have that load. Say for example, in my case, the front plane. So you can see the preview of the load condition. Also directly you can apply load, or else you can link the value. So by clicking edit define, you can add any parameters, and the different categories are available. Either you can utilize the CAD model dimension, or global variable, or any simulation data, or material properties you can apply. So here I already created 2 different parameters. So that is my load condition, lateral load as well as vertical load. So I linked this vertical load. In this case, lateral load I need to link. So by selecting the lateral load parameter, directly it will get added. So now I applied load. So once I finished, now I need to convert this mathematical model into finite element model. So by applying mesh, so as I told, SolidWorks follows automatic mesh. So but before to that, there are some area which is very crucial for my analysis. So I need to apply mesh control over to that area. So I already predefined the mesh control. So what I can do, again, I can copy that mesh control and directly I can apply to my current study. So here you can see. So here you can see this. So these are all the critical areas. So I did the find mesh by applying mesh control. Okay. Once I finish this, now once I click run the analysis, so the study will solve. Okay. But before solving, I am going to create study for the remaining load conditions. Okay. Now I made all the setup for the vehicle is at stationary condition. Now I need to create study for three more load conditions, correct? So generally what we will do, we need to create study one by one, but instead of creating a new study one by one, so which means we need to create three more studies, correct? But instead of doing that, in SolidWorks we are having an option called design study. By utilizing design study, we can solve multiple study at once. In design study, you can treat loads, geometry or material constant as a design variable, and results such as stress, displacement, you can graph that as a function of the design variable. Say for example, here you can see, so here you can see the different scenario. So these are all the load conditions. So I treat the load condition as my design variable here. So scenario one, you can see zero lateral load is like, there is no lateral load, and for only vertical load would be there at a stationary condition. Likewise, three more scenario also there, and I treat the results as a function of my design variable stress and displacement. Here you can see. So I can run a design study and I can solve multiple study at once, and also I can create a graph. Say for example, for lateral load, here you can see the graph. Now let's have a look on SolidWorks. So for creating design study, so we can evaluate a design study. So as I told you, can treat load, material parameter. Here you can see, here I'm going to use load as my design variable. Say for example, lateral load and discrete value. Say for example, for 4 different condition, stationary condition, there would be no load, and for the other condition, so in one condition 60 Newton, 72 Newton, and 115. So, and for the vertical load, again, so 225. So 185. So these are all the assumptions. So in that load condition, so I assumed that this would be the load, lateral load as well as the vertical load. Okay, so we need to define the variables for different conditions. Here you can see 4 different conditions I specified. Now I need to constrain. So here I am going to, so I already created 4 different sensor. So it is quite easy to create a sensor. If you click add sensor, automatically here you can create a sensor. So for, say for example, if you want to create sensor for simulation data, you can select simulation data, and say for example, for stress you need to find out. So you need to create sensor for maximum 1 meter stress. So model max 1 meters. So likewise you can create sensor. Okay, so I already created 4 different sensors. Say for example, here you can see stress 1. So here, so I need to my requirement is only I need to monitor, only I need to check, okay, for this load condition how my stress would be, so how the displacement would be. So I need to monitor, so I'm selecting monitor only. And also this is very important. So here you can see I am having different studies, partial completed, multiple loads, and static 3. So which study, so I need to constrain. Say for example, in my case static 3. So we need to select which study I need to monitor. So sorry, stress 2. Okay, monitor only, stress 2, monitor only. So likewise, first we need to define the variable, then we need to define the constraint. Once we finish this, we need to click run. Software will automatically run. So due to the time constraint, I already run the analysis. So here you can see. So once again, I will run the design study. Once you click run, so automatically it will solve the multiple scenario. Here you can see the different scenarios. So there, here in design study, we are having one option called optimization. You can use this with the simulation professional. You will have this option. So you can add one more. You can apply goal also. Okay. With the simulation standard, you can solve multiple studies. So I specified monitor only option. So simulation, it will automatically solve and it will give us the results. So based on the results, we can compare. So here I utilized high quality elements, so it is taking time because I need to fine tune my results. So I utilize in design study we are having two different options. Okay, so here I utilize the quality high. That's why it is taking time. For faster results, you can utilize one more option there. Okay. So once we run the analysis here, you can see for different scenario, you can see the results. You can see the stress and you can see the displacements for 4 different studies: scenario 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Okay, and based on this, you can compare. So this is the results. So if you look at the results, scenario 4, this load condition. Always in simulation, we will consider the worst case condition. Okay, so this would be the worst load case condition. So if we design our suspension assembly, if we design for this load condition, automatically it will match for all the other load conditions. Correct. So likewise, we can do for different scenarios like this. Here we did it for different load condition. So based on this, we can conclude that scenario 4 would be the worst load condition. Then we need to take this load. For lateral load 115 Newton and for the vertical load 900 Newton. We need to take this load, and for this load condition, we need to design our suspension. Okay. Okay, this is an example. This is the result for stationary condition. Here you can see the result for stationary condition, the stress results, as well as the displacement results. Okay, with SolidWorks simulation, you can streamline your product development. This is the typical approach. First, we will do concept design. Once we create the concept design, then we will detailing. We will do detailing. Then after that detailing our product design, then we will validate. We will validate and create prototype, correct? And we will do technical communication. Then we will finish it with operations. With SolidWorks simulation, since it is fully integrated with the design platform. Here in detailed product design stage itself, we can validate our design and also we can create technical communication. As a result, you can minimize your design time as well as cost. You can improve your quality and you can innovate more products. Okay, let's summarize the session. SolidWorks simulation is the best simulation tool for designers and engineers. It is very intuitive and easy to use. It is fully integrated with SolidWorks CAD. You can understand real-world behaviors by utilizing the powerful structural simulation capabilities. You can drive your innovation to the market early by early selection of best design alternatives. We can reduce the number of prototypes. Okay. Before finishing the session, one more poll session there. Kindly answer to this.
Okay, thank you, Dinesh. Let me share the poll. I will launch the poll. Okay. So please participate in this last poll of this session. So we just want to know your how would you like any further information from us, please? Yeah. Okay, please let us know, because we can get in touch with you after this session also, so that we can have a direct contact with you, and we can discuss on your products also and how to do the simulation, and we can have a presentation with you or with your management. So at the end of this session, you will have a feedback form. So I need your email IDs and all other details. If you have missed to give any important email IDs and information, you can fill it in the feedback form once the session you have ended, so that we will try to contact you, and we can have the presentations or any other initiation for the simulation. Okay, let me close this poll. Okay, thank you very much for the polls. I will close this now. I have got the results. Okay, now it's question time. So please raise your questions. You can have the in your screen, you can see on the right side a question mark. So please type your question here. So I will read out the questions, and then Mr. Dinesh is here to answer your questions. Okay. So you can type it. So Mr. Dinesh, we have one question. Can you please answer it?
Yes, so we got one question from Mr. Haitham Bogis. So the question is, could you please show us how to create the design study? Yes. So for creating design study, you need to click evaluate design study, and I would like to share one more shortcut. In case you know the command in SolidWorks but you don't know where it is located, there you can utilize search command option. In SolidWorks you are having search command. Say for example, I need to use design study, so we can click design, then software, it will automatically show the feedback. Here you can see, if you click the eye icon, then software, it automatically it will point out where it is located. So I believe it answers your question.
Okay, any other questions? Please let us know. We are waiting for your questions. Okay, so I hope everybody is clear with this one. So I can wait for another 5 seconds. So if you have any questions related to the simulation or any packages, please type it now, or you can send to us through emails. You have our emails, company email. You can send to us in emails also. We will contact you. Okay, thank you very much for attending this session here. So we will meet on the next webinar. Thank you one and all. Stay safe, and thank you very much.